All right, I am so excited today because I'm getting to something that has been dropped in the comments probably more than any other one thing, and that is Morissette, Rise Up. Doing that today, and I'm doing it because I've seen it so many times, not only in the YouTube comments, but on my timeline on Twitter. I've got a ton of tweets asking me, hey, can you do Rise Up? So I'm here today, and I'm doing it with all of you. It's Tommy Mars. Thanks so much for joining me. It's good to have you aboard on this train. Stay tuned to the end of the video right after her performance. I'm going to answer a couple comments that I got on the last couple of videos. So if you have been watching my Mori series or this Morissette series, stick around for that because I'll only be answering those questions on this video. Okay? All right, let's get into this now. This is Morissette. You know what I read in the comments and as I was searching the video, that there was a video of this already up that was taken down. And from the comments I read, now I don't know how true this is, but the comments I read said that they took it down because it got more views than the original. I guess my first thought is I can believe it because just what I've heard of Mori so far, she's incredible. On a personal level, I don't see there's any song that she would sing that wouldn't be, I hate to sound bad, but that wouldn't be better than the original. I mean, she's just that excellent of a voice. So that doesn't surprise me too. I think it would be, if that is the case, gosh, that's unfortunate. You know, I think if a video goes viral or if it goes, too far, gets too big, I don't know. I want that artist to be rewarded. I want more people to see it. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel about it. So in the meantime, doing these videos, I've been kind of showing my friends and family, I've been texting them her videos saying like, this is incredible. This is like the best voice that you may ever hear in your whole life. You got to listen to this. So if that's the case, that is unfortunate. Actually, does anybody know that for sure? Does anybody know? Can you leave me a comment? Let me know. Do you know the scoop? Why her version got taken down in the first place? If anybody knows that, let me know. But like I said, the comments that I saw or some of that stuff was that it was taken down because of the other reason. So, and that may very well be the case. I mean, that could be. If that's what it is for sure and you know that, let me know. I am super curious to see this, not only because I'm jonesing for some more Mori, I'm excited because this has been built up so much. You guys have said this so many times. You've got to watch Rise Up. It'll blow your mind. It's going to be one of the best things you ever heard. Well, here I am. Now let's go. And this is the only version I can find on YouTube.
Wish 1075.
We can walk it out. Move mountains.
She's so good.
I'll rise up and say, and I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Unbelievable. See how she clicks into that head voice? Oh my goodness.
Silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying. And I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains. We can walk it out. Move mountains. And I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. And I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up. And I'll do
This is incredible.
times again. For you.
See how she pops in there like that?
For you. For you. For you. All we need,
Well, that was a nice run there.
In spite of the ache, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Rise up and say, rise up. In spite of the ache, rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Rise up, high up the waves, I rise up. In spite of the ache, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
Exclusive on Wish 1075.
We will rise again and again and again.
That was truly amazing. Amazing. I think I said this before. Every single person that listens to music in the world needs to hear that voice. You know what the crazy thing is? I almost can't believe it. I almost can't believe I'm saying it based on how good everything has been so far. But I feel like every time I listen to her, number one, I find something, I find something else that moves me. But it's like I find myself walking away more impressed every single time. It's not an easy thing to do. I mean, it's just not easy because, you plateau at some point, in people's minds or whatever. But that is sometimes, you've seen music move people to tears, like legitimate tears, not like fake tears. And, oh my God, I got to make a cover to this video. What I'm talking about is move it to tears. I'm not that type of person. But if I was that type of person, it'd be waterworks right now because that performance just moved me. I had goosebumps. I had all that stuff. And for a moment, I could almost feel like water or something building in my eyes. I mean, that's insane. That's insane. I had notes. I had things. I was trying to make mental notes as she was singing, but I didn't want to talk over it because I was just watching it. I was enthralled with it. But couple things I want to say is I've talked on these videos about chest voice and head voice and stuff like that. So I want to make a distinction of what I observe. One is she's not always going to her head voice. So that is not always happening. Sometimes she's pushing and she's still pushing from her chest. Okay. She's still pushing up even when she hits those high register notes. It's when she pops. Sometimes you'll slide into your head voice or sometimes you pop into it. And on this performance, she pops into it. And when she pops into it, it is a thing of beauty. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. But that's not to take away from her other voice because she goes high in register. She's still in her chest voice. The other great thing about it is somebody that really knows what they're doing, and I've mentioned the diaphragm before, is that she's not going into her throat to try to hit those high ones. And that happens a lot, especially with singers that aren't trained, that haven't taken voice lessons and that haven't really learned how to breathe correctly. So what happened, it's like a bad habit. You'll start to tighten up in your throat like that. And you're almost faking the high. So you're actually not getting to your head voice. You've left your chest voice. Now you're in your throat. All you're doing is killing your vocal cords. That's all you're doing with it. So unless you're like singing grunge rock in like a 90s grunge band, you shouldn't do it. So I just want to make that distinction. There are times that she's pushing and she's really high up there, but she's still in her chest voice. But then you'll hear her sometimes slide into it. She slid into it in a song before. And I can't remember which one it was. And then in this one here, she's popping. And it's incredible. I love it so much. It is so incredible. It's a thing of beauty, man. It's a thing of beauty. I've mentioned on every video, well, maybe, I think I have 3 of hers out now. I've seen 3 performances by her. And I mentioned the squeak, when she does that. This was different. This wasn't that squeak. This was a little bit of unrest in her voice, that gravel right before the note. And I'm talking about when she's, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about when she goes in there, which was almost like the squeak, but it wasn't. And you know what? I think it's special because a lot of singers, they do this thing where it's just them, and which is great. That's great. People are innate. People have the thing that makes them them. But what I loved about this performance is she did something different there. When she was kind of going up there and reaching for those notes, and instead of going into that full squeak, she moderately did it. And I think that's so much more impressive. I think it shows her range. Again, the range on Mori it's ridiculous. I mean, I almost can't believe what I'm seeing. And I think that's the problem, is my brain is trying to process, how is she singing all this? Number one. And number two, how is she able to get out everything with the breaths that she's taken? I swear, it's like she has 4 sets of lungs or something. It is incredible. And then some people were saying, hey, she's sitting down. You didn't know she's sitting? I'm like, yeah, she's sitting down. She's on the thing. I mean, that's the other part about it. She's sitting down doing this. And we've talked about it. And if you made a comment like that, I don't know what you mean, because that's what I've been saying that. Like when you stand up, it's kind of easier to breathe through your diaphragm more correctly than it is sitting down. I'm the one that said that, so I'm not really sure what you guys meant there. But yes, she's sitting down and she's doing it. It makes it all the more impressive. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I feel so privileged that I'm able to hear these songs, to hear her voice. I'm thinking about a month ago. I'm thinking about the beginning of November when I never heard of Marcelito Pomoy or Morissette Amon. I'm thinking about it and saying, where was I? I can't believe this voice or their voices were not in my life a little over a month ago. So that's where I'm at with that. So that's what that is. Anyway, thank you, Mori. Thanks for that performance. I don't even know where to go from here. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know where to go, because how can you top that? I mean, how can you top that? So here's the scoop with the glasses. It's weird because of all the series I do, Harry Styles, BTS, Taylor Swift, I've probably got half a dozen comments over, I don't even know how many videos, 100 videos. I don't even know how many I have up there. I know it's like a couple million views. Probably had half a dozen comments on these Marcelito and Morissette videos. I've like tripled that in the sunglass comments. So I'll just blanket this one time and let you know. It's just a source of anxiety for me. I don't really like looking into the barrel of the camera. And once you get to know me and like I got my own music career, even the music videos, I like having my sunglasses on. I don't know. It just makes me feel more comfortable. So, if I'm on tour and I do like a meet and greet or something like that, I don't wear the sunglasses. I have no problem looking somebody in the eye. It's just a little bit like looking into the camera because I feel like my eyes aren't focusing where they should be. So this just makes it a little comfortable for me. So if I'm doing this, I want to be as comfortable as possible. And I think that you guys should understand that. So I'm letting you know that's why I wear them. I will continue to wear them. They will always be on until I decide not to have them on. They will never come off because somebody tells me to take them off. That's never going to happen. If that's where your comment's going, you can probably just save that because that's not going to do either of us any good. And like I always say, in this world, if you do something that makes you feel good or you're happy with and it doesn't hurt anybody else, then you should do that thing in this world. And that's how I feel about that. These make me comfortable. They take off the edge a little bit when I'm doing these videos, and I'm not hurting anybody by doing it. So that's how I look at it. That's what I do in these videos. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable and you don't want to watch, I won't be offended. I will not be mad at all. Not at all. I understand. I'd love to have you stick around and watch these videos with me. But if it's something that you don't want to get into because of that, that's okay. I'm not going to make fun of you for it. I get it. It's fine. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. In general, like if you guys ask me to go watch a video and you drop me a link or whatever and say, hey, can you go check this out? I'm more than happy to go give it a look and maybe even do a video for it. When you tell me in like a rude way, hey, go do this or do this now or something, I just want you to know that's not my personality type. The answer probably for that is going to be a flat no. But if somebody asks me to do something, like I said, I'm fairly nice. I'm pretty easygoing, pretty laid back. So if somebody says, hey, I got this recommendation, or hey, can you go take a look at this or whatever? No problem, man. When I get the time, I will definitely go take a look. I just wanted to let you know just in case you're new here and you don't know me. And as we get to know each other, you'll see I'm a super fun guy. I'm a big mushroom. All right. It's Tommy Mars. I hope to see you in the next video. You guys take care.